welcome to my channel. I am Angel Rain, and today I am a little behind on my story. It's Wednesday, it's not Tuesday. So I just got done reading the Norse mythology chapter 1, and like I said in my first video, if you guys, and that goes for the next books from here on out that I'm reading, if you guys would like for me to read 2 chapters a week, I'll be happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments. So today, because I'm trying to catch up, I will be reading part 1, chapter 1 of the Warrior's Meditation by Richard L. Haight, and this is a TEM, Best Kept Secret to Self-Improving Stress and Samurai Arts, and also we'll talk about the techniques on how to do it as well. That's from this book. So let's get started. Part 1, Principles of Meditation. What is meditation? Many people tend to equate meditation with, and if I pronounce some words, I do apologize. Equate meditation with a certain disciplined practice that entails sitting cross-legged in silence, with eyes closed. Readers might be surprised to find out that there are many ways to tap into the vibrant awareness of meditation, and they are not always equally effective. Almost every meditation has a specific fixed form that defines it. The problem with form-based defines the meditation is that they can cause us to value the steps and the tradition over the awareness that meditation was originally aimed to reveal. To avoid the trap of form and tradition, I will define meditation not as a form, but instead as a state of vibrant clarity that comes of deeply integrated present moment awareness. How we get to that vibrant present awareness, in my estimation, is less important than the direct experience of vibrant clarity. To transcend form and tradition, we must first isolate the principles of awareness. Of course, to isolate the principle of awareness, it is helpful to know a little about the state of the brain during meditation, as compared with the state of the brain when not meditated. The difference are reflected in measurable brain waves. Part 1, we explore the first brain wave associated with meditation and contrast it with the brain wave associated with thoughts of daily activities. We will use 2 key exercises, vaginal breathing and fixed points focus, to discover the difference between our regular and stress-induced brain wave patterns, known as beta wave, and contrast them with alpha wave, the first brain wave that shows up when we are meditated. Practicing the exercise in part 1 will not only demonstrate to you through our own experience the difference between the two brain waves, but it will also serve to isolate vital awareness principles that, once understood, will enhance your understanding of any form of meditation you practice. Once you have embodied the principle of awareness deeply enough through repeated experience, you will find that you are free from meditation forms that are naturally in a state of vibrant awareness throughout your day. As I stated in the previous chapter, beta wave are expressed when the brain is focused and engaged in mental activities. For example, a normal conversation will stimulate a typical beta wave state in the average person. By comparison, arguments, speech, and debates will stimulate the high beta wave state. For most people, unless we are at rest, the brain is constantly generating measurable beta waves. When at rest, the brain is generally emitting alpha waves, which are slower and higher in amplitude. Alpha represents a non-arousing state. So for basic calming meditation, would be reflective of alpha. Once we have isolated experience and established a basic understanding of differences between beta waves and alpha wave, and how those states related to meditation, and we are established an understanding of the essential principles of meditation, we will begin our exploration of the basic TEM practice, the warrior meditation. I believe that with some experience, you will appreciate an incredible ease of flexible of the warrior's meditation. You can then use it as a standalone method if you like, or as a adjuncted to other methods that may suit you personally. Practicing the exercise found in part 1 even a few times should be sufficient to ground your understanding of the essential principles that will free up your meditation practice. Let's begin. Chapter 1, The Path of Concentration. Buddhist says that all forms of meditation derive from one of two approaches. Vasimba, and again I mispronounced that, I do apologize. Insight meditation, or Samatha purification meditation. Of course, meditation stretches back far before the advent of Buddhism. But if we look at the underlying principle of Vasimba and Samatha, again I mispronounced the first one, we can see that the main principle of these meditations are found in various forms of ancient as well as modern meditation. Again, Vipassana is translated into English as insight, whereas Samatha is translated as purification. Samatha is a name, by the way, just saying, which is interesting, but that's a whole nother subject. A good word to summarize the key principle of Vipassana is awareness, whereas with Samatha, a similar term might be concentration. According to the Buddhist sutras, and the Buddhists taught both Vipassana and Samatha in Tandrum, and again, I do apologize for the mispronunciation. Please bear with me. I'm learning all these new words. Not referring to them as meditation modalisties, but instead stating that they were qualities that result from the practice of proper meditation, and that both qualities were necessary for liberation. Unfortunately, though, most schools of Buddhism claim that they teach the true meditation of Buddha. In actuality, no one knows what the original method was, for no original writing exists. Nonetheless, many modern expressions of Buddhism have separated Vipassana and Samatha and codified them into specific meditation form. Most schools practice one or the other method, with the vast majority using Samatha concentration-based meditation primarily, which fit easily into the religious culture. Within the focal point could be the sutra and prayer or religious image or name. Vipassana could be considered a less intensely focused form meditation than Samatha. By comparison, in Samatha, you attempt to concentrate to the exclusion of all but the focal point, whereas Vipassana is a little more fluid. For example, concentration schools might be more focused on candle flame, or consider word mantra that you repeat in your mind or say out loud to exclusion of all other awareness. Whereas mindfulness meditation might have you focus on a path of breath and the coming and going of thoughts, while remaining detached from them. Beyond Buddhism, we find that of all the meditation known around the world, the vast minority of them fall under the concentration category, with distinctly largely found in their specific focal point, their tradition, and their culture. As for the principle of Vipassana awareness, we can look to mindfulness meditation, which is a secular divergent of the Buddhist practice. The basic mindfulness meditation focus awareness on breathing, because breath travels through the body with its own natural ebb and flow. Our awareness is a little more extensive than it would be if we focus on a mantra. For example, from the TEM perspective, the basic Samantha concentration and Vipassana awareness meditation are not as different. In both forms are exclusive in their attention. Samantha School advised total exclusive attention or focus, whereas the Vipassana School are by comparison a little less exclusive. The seminary from the TEM perspective is that both approaches advise exclusive attention. The reason these schools are exclusive in their meditative focus is that if you relax into a focus on one thing long enough, the mind will quit and there will be a breakthrough into a deeper awareness. When I first practiced meditation as a teen, just such a breakthrough happened to me. It took a lot of substantial attention for me, a long period of time, but it did happen. The only problem was that I was not able to get back to that place of vibrant awareness again using the concentration approach. Of course, it is possible to have exactly the same type of enlightening breakthrough with any type of meditation, but truth be told, breakthrough experiences are rare, even for dedicated meditators using the concentration approach. Some people can practice diligently for their whole entire life and not have the breakthrough experience, whereas others will have the breakthrough experience very first time and never again. Once we have had such a breakthrough, we tend to hunger for it again, and it does not come. You might be inclined to give up in frustration. Of course, a lot of us might not be interested in the enlightenment experience, but are instead simply interested in improving the quality of our lives, reduce stress, improve our perspective, and so forth. Relaxed concentration is indeed a way to get there, but there is other paths, and one not about exclusive concentration, one that blends seamlessly with our active daily life. Again, whether if it's Samatha or Vipassana, traditional meditation are all exclusive in their awareness. When compared to TEM approach, which means they are concentration based. Understanding the principle of concentration throughout direct experience will give you the basic understanding, the fundamental difference between the TEM approach and the other approaches of meditation. To get you that fundamental experience, we will design our own concentration-based meditation for you to practice now, based on an option that are traditionally available. If we look at almost every type of meditation found around the world, we notice that they all have something in common, and that is concentration on something specific to a concentration of all. Zazen seated meditation in Zen Buddhism, for example, focus on maintaining proper physical structure of the body during meditation. Mindfulness meditation, meanwhile, focus on maintaining awareness of the natural path of the breath during meditation. Mantra-based meditation, transcendental, I may have said that wrong, meditation, commonly known as TM, and Christian meditation, for example, focus on repeating a spiritual word vocally or in the mind. Regardless of country of origin, the religion, or the form of meditation, all of them focus on something to the exclusion of all else. Now let's get some experience in concentration meditation. Select from the list below, which I will talk to you about, that we will go through. Sorry, I want to just check to see if there's any other pages. Let's get some experience with concentration meditation. Select from the list below the point of focus that you would like to meditate on. So you would have a choice of, and for disclaimer, I'm going to disclaim this right now before we start this. Sorry about that. So anyways, as I was saying, disclaimer. Make sure before you do any of this, talk to your primary care physician. Before you do any meditation, any deep breathing, please talk to your doctor. So this is disclaimer. I'm not saying do it. I'm just recommending it. That's it. Talk to your doctor. I'm putting that on record. Make sure you talk to your doctor before doing any meditation, any of these exercises. Talk to a doctor, a psychologist, a therapist before doing any of these meditations. I just want to share with you what works for me. For somebody that has anxiety, depression, and get panic attacks. I just want to share that with you. But before you do any of these exercises, make sure you talk to your doctor, whether it be your primary. If you have a psychologist, talk to your psychologist, your therapist, whoever. Talk to a doctor before doing any of these. I just want to make that and put it on record that I said that. I don't want to be like, well, she said. No, I'm putting it on record. Go talk to your doctor before you try anything from here on out. Any of these exercises from here on out, talk to your doctor. And I will make sure I disclaim that every time I read this book. Disclaimer. And I'll put it in my description that I put a disclaimer, talk to your doctor. Period. Talk to your therapist, doctor, psychologist, whoever. So there. With that being said, let's continue. So, in here, it says, an unwavering upright seat position, which is you sit straight. I'm kind of on my bed right now, so I'm not the best example, but I promise next week I will probably be more of a comfortable position. Awareness of breathing. A mind's eye focus on a religion or sacred symbol My case would be my Thor's hammer, or my crystals. Feeling between your eyes, the feeling between your eyes closed, mental repetition of a one syllable word for your choosing, such as peace, love, joy, and I don't know what this other word, etc. Vocal repetition of prayer of your choice, or chant, depending on who you are, what you believe in, or what you don't believe in. Affirmation. For when practice, we are going to follow the general guidelines that most meditation tradition advise. Time. Set a timer for 15 minutes. So you are less inclined to think about time during the meditation. Place. Choose a warm, quiet, comfortable location where you will not be disturbed. My place would be my room. I don't like warm spaces. I like nice and cool spaces. So that way I could be more aware of things around me that's cool. I like to have a fan on, because that's kind of my ASMR, because I like to hear sounds and relaxing sounds. So that's just me. I like to listen to calming music, whether it be, personally for me, I like to listen to calming music. I like to listen to lo-fi, stuff like that, jazz, or things like that kind of brings my meditation level down. That's just me. Everybody else is different. You don't have to listen to anything. You want to just listen to silence, that's fine. I like to listen to noise. Quiet noise. Quiet meditative noise, whether it be a fan or stuff like that. Positioning. Sit comfortably wherever you would like to practice, with your spine lightly erect. I know mine is not, because I have my top bed up here, so that's kind of hard for me. But if you're in a chair, your couch, your favorite recliner, what have you, that works. Or if you have a bed that's not like this and have a bunch of pillows on your back, that works too. They're not overly stiff. Eyes closed or kept them slightly open, but if they are open, do not allow them to focus on anything in the visual field. So like, don't focus so hard on something that's in front of you, but just like slightly close them, like if you're looking down, or just close your eyes and just breathe and relax. Practice. The goal of your meditation practice here should be to maintain awareness upon your selected focal point while being in a being as relaxed as possible. When you notice that your mind wanders, and it is most likely to form time to time, simply return your awareness to the focal point without any concern. Do not overly concerned with doing it right or wrong, for that concern will keep you from relaxing significantly to enter a meditative state. Simply keep your chosen focal point. Do not overthink the process. Sometimes that adults are very prone to do. I know I am. Final thoughts on concentration. There is a reason that concentration meditation is found in most every culture and spiritual practice around the world. In short, concentration meditation, if you are persistent works, if your persistence work, ideally you enjoy your first meditation. If you are like I was when I first started meditating, you might find that you want to meditate for more than 15 minutes. If you have the time and you are enjoying concentration meditation, it is highly advised that you take all the time that you like to explore. One of the challenges of concentration-based meditation is how easy it is to become bored or distracted as the brain tires from the effort required from concentration. People who suffer from ADHD, like myself, tend to find concentration meditation to be extremely difficult as their attention jumps around almost constantly. The same difficulty of experience by children who quite understandably might begin to dislike meditation if they were forced to use a concentration-based meditation method. If you would like to explore concentration-based meditation in more depth, I have provided detailed instruction on how to perform seated Zen, mantra, and mindfulness meditation in the Ready Reference section. I recommended the exploration. And that is part 1, chapter 1. So next week I will read part 1, chapter 2. Again, if you would like for me to read 2 chapters a week, please let me know in the comments and I'll gladly do that. So until next time, have a wonderful time wherever you may be. Many blessings. Namaste. Hellas, blessed be, and peace.